atmosphere it's going to bring?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I don't know if I ever envisioned myself, playing an outdoor game, but it's something you dream of when you're a kid. And today was a really fun day for our team, our families, and tomorrow's a business day. So.
You saw one, I guess, at Michigan in front of 100,000.
Yeah.
What's it going to be like, with all these people now?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be crazy, I think. So, I think everyone's really excited. There's definitely a buzz around the room, and, it's very special for us to play.
How sort of just for you guys to get a feel of the ice, the hour, what the sight lines, all that was going to be like? How did it feel?
Yeah, I mean, it felt great. I think, it's definitely different, looks smaller with the stands not on top of you. But, it's a really cool environment, and, I'm definitely really excited to play.
How about the ice and just the way, it carves up a little bit different?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's differences, but, I thought the ice was really good today, and, it definitely helps with the night games. So.
Does it feel a little, reminiscent of that feeling of when you were a kid and getting out there just, on a pond or a lake or whatnot?
Yeah, a little bit, I think.
Cold, anyway.
Yeah, I think growing up in Toronto, outdoor rinks on every corner, kind of grew up on the outdoor rink, kind of where found passion for the game and love for the game. And, it's definitely really special for, every one of us. So, it's really cool and everyone's really excited.
Luke, how meaningful is it to experience this with your brother?
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really special. I think, both of us were talking about it on the way here today. Just how we never really thought both of us would play in an outdoor game together, let alone play together. So, it's really special to, have him, in this experience, and it's really cool for our family.
Who's here from your family? Who's?
Just our parents. They're in friends. Yeah.
Did they skate?
Yeah, they're out there.
I think because the Rangers get Yankee Stadium, and I was able to play at Citi Field, and it was such a big thing how it normally gets blown up in New York for the Rangers, and then this is our home, our turf. I think you get that feeling that this is a big thing for the Jersey fans. You get that kind of that blue collar feel. That's how I grew up, so I kind of relish in that. I love that kind of feeling, and I'm hoping, and you never know how things are going to play out, but that it's a real Jersey feel out there, and I'm excited for that. But yeah, that's a tough question. For me, I think this means a lot to just the Jersey community, and the position that we're in with this game against Philly, I think means a lot to us because of the standings and what the atmosphere is going to hold for us.
Will you tell some of the players who haven't had the experience what it's like? I mean, what would you tell them about playing in front of a crowd like this outdoor?
Yeah, for sure. I think I have been doing that. Like you've asked me before, and multiple people have asked me about this kind of atmosphere. Is what do you want to get out of it? What do you try to tell the young guys? Obviously, enjoy it, but at the end of the day, you kind of got to put the noise aside, and you're there to win 2 points. That's really what we're here to do. Now, it's an amazing atmosphere. It's so fun to be a part of these. I've been lucky to be a part of a lot of them, and they're all up there as my favorite games, So I think the best part of them is that you get to have your family and enjoy this with everybody, but then it can count right to your standings and then jump people, and I think that's the biggest part for us against Philly. It's a 4-point swing in my opinion.
Brendan, in your opinion,
we need to win. Today we had fun, but tomorrow's all about business and get the points.
When you signed with this team, 2 years ago, you came here because you wanted to be part of big moments. You got to be in it, last year with the playoffs, and now the Devils are getting these opportunities to be on the big stage like that. I mean, just how important is it to be a part of this?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. Everybody's gonna remember it in some way, but like I said, we need to get those points to get into those big stages and play playoffs.
You've been around Nico Daws now for a couple of years now. How have you seen him grow into, from a rookie to a guy who you can really depend on as a number one goalie?
I mean, Nico, last year he did a lot of rehab, so I didn't know much about him because he was, guys read rehabs at a different schedule. He had his hip surgeries, but this year I got to know him a little bit, and since he get to the net and get his chance, he's been unbelievable. So yeah, it's been impressive so far. So
What are some of the qualities that make him as good as he is?
I'm not sure. He's just playing great, making highlight real saves, and he's been great for us, and he's been great.
Holly, as much as this is, a game that counts in the standings and all that, what are the biggest differences as someone who's played in it that you sort of have to impart on everyone else about what to expect when you're actually playing the game?
I mean, once the game starts, it's just another game. Obviously, a big one for us against Philly. We need every point now, but like I said, today it's more about the family, have fun, get a good practice, and enjoy the moment. But tomorrow, like I said, it's a game time.
One of the things that Brendan was saying that's kind of weird when you play in these games is the fan reaction almost arrives at you guys a second later, which is different than in the scope of an NHL rink. Is that a bit of a weird thing when you first?
What is it?
So like the reaction from the crowd almost feels like it's like a second delayed because of how big everything is.
Yeah, I mean, if you're up in the stands, you can't really see the puck and everything. So it's like, yeah, when somebody scores, they just see somebody put the hands up and then they celebrate. So it's a little different, but it's obviously we play in front of 50,000-60,000 people, so it's gonna be crazy.
What's the feeling like? How do you sort of deal with the feeling of cold, like when you're on the bench, or like do you feel the cold the same way when you're out there?
Not really. I put some turtleneck, and I'm sweating, and I was too hot, so I think I'm just gonna go to normal underwear, and I'll be fine tomorrow.
Thanks, Palat. Wasn't really sure what to expect by coming here. What was sort of that experience like? Practice, family skate, all that.
That was a lot of fun. Felt like a little kid out there, all bundled up. It was it's kind of surreal. No, it's just super exciting.
What are kind of those sight lines that might be different for a goaltender, right? Because you don't have the crowd, you don't have the people along the board. Like, is it different?
Yeah. I didn't even really think about that. It was a little weird. It took me a couple drills to get used to, and obviously the darkness mixed with the bright lights is a little weird, but no, it's different, but it's cool.
And just the feeling of, is it almost like reminiscent of when you were a kid, talking to Luke before, when you guys fell in love with the game? Does it bring back a lot of those memories a little bit?
100%. Being young and so excited when the ponds freeze and you get out there, it's a blast. I felt like a little kid out there.
What are some of your favorite memories as a kid of playing outside?
Oh, there's a lot. I used to think I was a really good player. No specific memories.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the other night. I think the last time I skated outside I was like 16, so it's been quite a minute.
Is it hard to kind of wrap your head around, that 75,000 people will be in there when you come out?
Yeah, it's gonna be a different kind of noise, loud. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be a blast.
When the schedule came out, you had this day circled on your calendar. Did you ever think you'd be the guy who would chance to start this game?
No, I don't even. Obviously coming out of rehab, I was just kind of focusing on my game, and when I got called up, I kind of didn't even really think about this, and now we're here. It's awesome.
How have you grown, coming out of the surgeries to where you are now, where you're a dependable guy who's
Yeah, I think the rehab was a big part of it, but I think it's just the whole maturing process over the last couple of years. I've worked on my game a lot and been in a lot of different situations, and I feel like I'm ready to be here full time.
Thanks, Ozzy.
Stakes are obviously really high, and the games are starting to dwindle down a little bit. We have to play catch up, and that's the spot we're in. So, it's a 4-point game against a division rival. So, we get this one. It's a big win. So, obviously, we know this is really important. No matter if it's played in front of 0 people, 60,000, wherever it's played, this is a really important game, and we need to be a really focused group heading into tomorrow.
Right side, second row, Mike. Hey, Jack, is there anything specifically that you're looking forward to most about this outdoor game, and how meaningful is it to maybe share this experience? I know you're going to share it with teammates, but to share it with your brother.
Yeah, I've been here. This is my 5th year now, and these guys are on their 7th year, so you don't really get these experiences too much. You may only get a few in your career, so I think definitely something that the three of us up here will take advantage of and really soak in the moment, but at the same time try to bring our A game and help win the game for our team. So, like I said, really cool experience, but, today was fun and really good to share it out with our family and friends, but, tomorrow's business, and we're looking to get 2 points.
Right side, second row, Amanda.
Bratt, what was it kind of like being out there on the ice, but sort of with the knowledge that the fans will be so far away tomorrow? It must be such a different feeling that you're preparing for in that sense, right?
Yeah, obviously it's a little different. Obviously, not having the fans that close and towards you, but at the same time, I feel like for the most part, when you're out there on the ice, your main focus is obviously what's going on the ice, and obviously we haven't done it before, so it'll be our first time, and I guess we'll get a little glimpse of it in the warm-ups and everything, but I think we're all just going to enjoy it, and like Chad said, when the puck is dropped, it's all business, and we're ready to win.
Left side, third row.
Jack, a bit off topic, but just curious, kind of walk us through your emotions last night with what happened with Arvidsson, and could you explain what you said to him?
Honestly, last night was last night. I'm looking, I just was skating around in an outdoor rink, like, that's the farthest thing from my mind, so, I'm not even, there's no answer there. I'm just, I'm excited to be here with my teammates, and we're really looking forward to tomorrow.
There are no more questions. Thank you for your time, guys. We'll start left side, third row with Food.
Lindy, being the unofficial founding father for these outdoor games, are you amazed at how much it's grown since it started with you back in the day?
Yeah, I mean, it's turned into a real spectacular event. I mean, everywhere it's been. I think one of the honor here to have that medal life. The ice was great out there, and the atmosphere, and I think we're going to have tremendous weather for tomorrow too.
Right side, second row.
What's that feeling like that you can kind of impart on your players about what's so different about playing in a bigger stadium? The fan reaction kind of comes a second later than you're maybe used to. What is the biggest difference there?
I think it is just a complete atmosphere where the fans aren't on top of you, and you have kind of that delayed roar. You almost have an echo. But it's a completely different feeling than playing inside in a closed building.
Left side, second row.
Lindy, how have you seen Nico Daws sort of develop from a guy who went through some ups and downs, injury issues, to a guy you could depend on as a number one goalie now?
Again, I think he's a young goaltender that you mentioned has dealt with some injuries, is coming off those injuries, and still a young goaltender that's developing. With the Vanacek injury right now, he stepped in and he's given us some good hockey.
Right side, first row.
Talk about stressing the importance of a game like this, obviously against the division rival in Philadelphia, and also trying to enjoy the moment at the same time. How do you manage that as far as talking to your players?
Well, the message was, first we really have to, wrap your arms around this opportunity to play at such a big stage. But the second thing you mentioned is, we're chasing them down for a spot in the playoffs. And anytime you get an opportunity to play a team that, you feel has one of your spots ahead of you, it's a big game. I think they realize that. We realize that. And, we need the 2 points. We need every point we can get. But when you get to play the team that you're chasing, it's even a bigger game.
Left side, second row.
Flyers were a team that I think a lot of people underestimated at the start of the season. What have you made of them from what you've seen?
For me, they've been a highly competitive team almost every night. A hard team to play against. We've played them 2 games. Both games have gone into overtime. They've been hard games. They've been basically low chance affairs. You got to compete for, all the ice you're going to get in every zone. They're defending well, and they're playing the game quick. They're creating some really good opportunities. They're dangerous offensively. So I think Torch has done a great job with that group.
Right side, second row.
Yeah, Lindy, obviously it's going to be a special night for the Hughes family. What, as a coach, what has it been like coaching Luke and Jack, and what have you seen as far as them working together, working off each other, game in, game out, and maybe in the locker room as well?
Yeah, I think that as brothers they have a special relationship. I think, I was from a family of 4 boys. They've got a hockey family of boys, and I was around the Sutter family with boys. And I think sometimes brothers can interact differently. I think these two guys really get along well. Different personalities when it comes to coaching it. I mean, different positions too, where, you know, in Luke's case, he's doing a lot more defending against some of the best players in the league. And Jack is high-end offense, you know, tremendous skater. I mean, they're both tremendous skaters. That whole family is, I mean, they're all tremendous skaters. So it's been great working with, you know, Jack over these number of years, and now Luke, same thing. They're guys that want to continue to get better. They want to win. They want the team to win. In all cases, put the team first.
Left side, third row.
Lindy, what's made Nico Daws so effective after hip surgery to be able to, you know, continue to, I guess, string these excellent starts together? And will you be starting him tomorrow?
Well, you know, I don't really give away the starting goaltender, right? So, but I can answer the Daws question that, you know, obviously to have surgery, you know that what he was suffering from was probably hampering his game, and it's been a long road back to get to that point. I think the team went through a process that, you know, helped him get to where we thought he'd be healthy enough to contribute to go down and play in the minors and find his way again, and I think he has. I think we thought a lot of him before. I think the injury set him back, and now he's in a good place to keep moving forward as a young goaltender.
Take a few more questions. Right side, second row.
Lindy, how do coaches stay warm on the bench when it's cold out there?
You know, I actually think, you know, skating tonight, it didn't seem, you know, I went out in a hoodie and skated around, and I felt it was comfortable. There wasn't much wind. I don't think if we don't feel any wind, I think it's going to be a very comfortable night. And I think, you know, the fact we've got benches that are heated, you know, there's a hole in the back of the bench that a smart coach will align himself with.
You get first pick, right?
Right, definitely get first pick.
Two more questions, back left.
Lindy, how do you prepare for a game like this? Is it different because of the conditions, or is it more the same?
We're trying to prepare the same. You know, go through our daily meetings. We'll meet tomorrow morning down at the arena. We'll go through the prep that we would for any other team and move forward.
Last question, left side, second row.
Lindy, with Daws, when he's on his game and he's playing at his best, what are some of the qualities that make him special, standout goalie?
You know, I think any goaltender that, you know, he has size, and I think when he's on his game, he's reading the play, he's been able to, you know, make some big saves when he's moving east to west, which I think is a quality any good goaltender has. You know, they're reading the play, they're there before the shot is coming. And it gives you that ability to make some east-west saves, which he has. I think he's been able to find the puck through traffic here recently, which is not easy in our league because there's a lot of people in front of the net a lot of times. Thank you.